Good morning. My name is Simon Kaufman-Hurst, and this is Jonathan Ruel. And right now we are making some music together. Hello. And we are making the music in a bunch of different places, and we are moving the same music from different places all around. And also another piece of the kind of music that we're making together is taking music from different instruments and playing it on other instruments, taking it from different styles and sounds and moving it all around in different ways. So I'm going to give a quick example of that, and then Jonathan's going to talk a little bit more, and then we're going to share some of our music with you. So that song could sound like this if I played it on a guitar, but for this project, I'm going to play some of those kind of sounds on a piano. So I'll go show you what that would sound like too.
So, some of you may remember last week the story of Peter, and they asked him if he knew Jesus. Do you remember that? And today it's going to be the story of Pilate, and one of the things Pilate says is, "Are you the king of the Jews?" So Pilate's kind of trying to figure out who this guy is. So I think in both these last 2 weeks, there's kind of this question of, who are you? Or can I see you? Or I see you a certain way, but maybe you're something else. So the song we're going to sing this morning is kind of around that theme, and I wondered if two of you would volunteer to help me. Okay? Someone else? Okay. Why don't you come up, and you two are going to sit here, and you're going to act out the story of how I wrote this song, okay? I was pretty young, and I was sitting in a cafe, and there were two people who were there together. Why don't you sit together? You're having your coffee, and maybe whatever you're having, and like you're just talking nicely. And can you eat a little food there? Enjoy yourself. Okay. Now let's say you have something really, really important you want to tell, and you're kind of emotional about it. So you see if you start trying to tell him. Okay, now you're kind of distracted, and you don't really know that she's telling you something important, okay? So why don't you just look around at the birds and drink a little more coffee, and then you tap him on the shoulder because you're trying to make sure that they'll really listen. But you're still distracted. Don't listen anymore. Like, look over somewhere else. Maybe you need to get up and go use the bathroom. And then why don't you get up and you can go back to your seat, and let's see, what would you feel like? What would your face do if this person didn't hear you at all? Yeah. Well, I was sitting that's great. Thank you. Good job. I was sitting next to this couple, and that's what I saw, and it was very troubling. Like, I mean, we all have times, I think, where we're not seen or not understood, but it just kept happening next to me. And so I went home and wrote this song about it, kind of from the point of view of the person who was being ignored. And I was thinking about what that feels like. A few years later, I was singing this song, and I was in a band with my little sister, and we were playing these songs in different places around the country. And after we'd been doing this for a little while, my sister and I started fighting, and we were just arguing and arguing and arguing. She's my little sister, and she wasn't listening to me how she should, and she wasn't respecting me enough, and she wasn't appreciating me. And one time we were up there, and we were singing this song, and can you guess what happened while I was singing that song? Do you have any ideas? What? Did I start crying? Well, I might have. Why would have I cried?
Because
Oh, did you hear that? She said, it's a song that is about what's happening, and then it's happening to you. That's exactly what it was, exactly that. And not only was it happening to me, I was like the bad guy who was not listening, and I thought I was the good guy, right? But I realized that I wasn't seeing my sister, and she could be singing to me these words, if you can see them. I'm not what you tell yourself. I'm not what you're trying to sell to me. So that was that song. I saw it about someone else. I wrote it, and I threw it out into the world, and it came back to me like a boomerang and kind of hit me on the head. But it was good, because then when I realized that, I could say I'm sorry to my sister, and we could start again, and I could ask her, what do I not understand? And so one more thing, and then we're going to sing it. I think many years later when I was singing this song, I thought, maybe this is a song that God could sing to us too. Sometimes we don't understand God as well as we think we do, or we have an idea of what God's like, and God is bigger and better and more wonderful than we think. So would you guys like to come over with us, and if you catch on to the song, you can sing, or you can just stand with us. Does that sound okay? That's perfect. Right here is good. Can we all try just that chorus together one time?